help soothe me, body and soul. Okay, Oprah, we got it. It seems like most women agree with Oprah. They love to take baths, but I never like to and still don't. Besides Calgon, there are two other pop culture images of women in the bath that come to my mind. One is Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, up to her neck in bubbles and rocking out to Prince, happy in the knowledge that soon Richard Gere will buy her out of prostitution. The other is of Glenn Close at the end of Fatal Attraction, seemingly drowned by Michael Douglas, but then popping up one last time with a kitchen knife before getting shot in the chest and sinking back into the water. It's exciting, but sad. I tend to think more about Glenn Close than Julia Roberts. To me, there has always been something vaguely miserable about bathing. The soaking, the sitting, the water getting dirty and cold, the inevitable random hair floating up against your skin, the pruning. It always makes me feel like I am stewing up the world's saddest soup out of myself. It hurts my neck. I've thought about getting an inflatable bath pillow from Bed Bath & Beyond, but every collection of online product reviews contains at least one written by some angry woman who has been deeply disappointed that the bath pillow subtracted from rather than enhanced her experience. This is a risk I feel I cannot afford. I get hot and thirsty in the bath, and when I stand up I always feel like I'm going to pass out. Because I feel less clean than when I got in, I have to take a shower afterward. Ultimately, it feels like I've gone backward, hygiene-wise. But these are just my physical issues with the bath. My conceptual problems with bathing begin with the very same ideology some ad man for Calgon decided to trade on 40 years ago. The idea that the bath is the last space a woman can escape to, like a gazelle fleeing a lion by running into water up to her head. I feel like getting in the bath is a kind of surrender to the idea that we can't really make it on land, that we've lost the fight for a bedroom corner or even just our own chair in the living room. And once the bath becomes our last resort, a Stockholm syndrome occurs. We cede all other space to the husbands or boyfriends or kids, and then convince ourselves that this is awesome. Yay! I'm submerged in a watery trough. This is incredible. This is my happy place. I definitely wouldn't prefer to just be lying in my own bed watching Bachelor in Paradise. I would much rather have grainy bath crystals imprinting into my butt than be in my own room. This is perfect. I realize I'm being harsh here and judgy. I know. It's just there's something so sad lady about the bath to me, so Kathy cartoon. And I'm probably going overboard. But there is one more important point to consider. Men don't take baths. There are exceptions, of course, but like all exceptions, they prove the rule. I know they don't take baths because I have never known a man who likes to take baths except in cases of extreme medicinal need. Also, I went on Facebook and conducted a very scientific poll, asking hundreds of friends, if any of the men or the men that the women know take baths. And the answer almost across the board was no. Some men wrote of hating them and finding them disgusting, and moreover, being completely bewildered by women's fascination with them. I asked my husband Mike why he thinks women are so obsessed with baths. Maybe because women like to smell good? Women care about smelling good. Or because they get to use products? Women like products. Oh, or maybe because they get to be weightless. The weightlessness was something I hadn't considered. I remember going to the Hayden Planetarium a few years ago and finding an area where you could stand on different scales to see what you would weigh on other planets. One woman was getting on a scale to weigh herself on the moon, and she handed her purse to her friend. She handed her purse to her friend so that she wouldn't throw off her weight on the fucking moon. Men do not care about being weightless. But I think there is a bigger reason that they hate to bathe as much as women love it. I think it's because they sense what I know, that the bath is where you go when you've run out of all other options. I worry that one day I will be a mother who ends up in the bath reading a water-crinkled old book that I've been trying to finish for over a year, squeezing the last gloops of peppermint something or other from a plastic